Welcome to the San Antonio Baptist Association Urban Missionary Training Center. This is video 2 of 4 videos. We're answering the question, what is a universal process for developing leaders? If you've not watched video 1, I encourage you to go back and watch video 1. This is video 2. We'll be looking at New Tribe's mission, an example from Mark Zook and the Mook tribe. This occurred in 1983. Here are the 4 videos that we'll be doing in this series. What is a universal process for developing leaders? A universal process means that it applies, universal in the sense that it applies to all cultures, all languages, all eras of time, and all contexts. The universal process is a basic pattern of leader development which has been around since ancient times. This training process has been used in many different fields of endeavor. As mentioned in video 1, it may have been used in the church to train leaders, but it is used in all types of careers, all types of jobs to train current, emerging, and future leaders. This is a 4-step process where the teacher demonstrates to the student what is to be learned. The student works on learning it and is assisted by the teacher. In the 3rd step, the teacher watches the student doing the activity to make sure that he or her is doing it correctly. And then the 4th step, when the student or the learner has reached a certain level of a skill assessment or ability, the teacher launches that student or disciple into doing that activity on his or her own. Here's an example that took place of Mark Zook with the Mook tribe. Mark worked for New Tribe's missions. This comes from a video called Etal. In step 1, Mark is demonstrating the Bible stories. He is actually teaching the Bible stories. They're hearing them for the first time. In this second picture, Mark is doing the same. He is demonstrating how the stories are to be taught. Actually, this is the first time that they're hearing it. It's an evangelistic track where they hear the gospel through the Old Testament and the New Testament. They hear the gospel for the first time. But in our purposes for the 4-step process, Mark is demonstrating in step 1. In step 2, he takes the new disciples, he takes them with him to village 2, where they help Mark teach. We see in this picture that Mark is getting some of the students to help them teach. They've already been demonstrated. They have already learned the material, and now they are learning with Mark's help how to teach the material under Mark's tutelage. He is helping them to teach the material as they should. What this does for the learner is they go home and at night they crank the hand crank cassette player and they learn the stories. They are continuing to learn, and every night they would work on learning the stories, and you can see their family sits around and they are learning the stories also. This is a family event. But this is the part where Mark is helping them to acquire the level of skill that he has. In the 3rd step, the Mook teach, Mark observes. We see in this picture that the Mook are actually teaching, and Mark is handing them the charts, the pictures. They are actually teaching what he has already taught them. So he is observing. And in step 4, in village 4, he launches them out to do what he has taught them to do. In this picture, we see the result of this 4-step process where Mark has taught all these men to be teachers of the Word of God. It is the same 4-step process that we talked about in video 1. Now we see the results of qualified, mature teachers who are able to teach the Word of God. The 4-step process is to demonstrate, to help, observe, and then launch. Proverbs 27:17 says, As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. This is the process that we're talking about. Two of the questions that we've asked in the first video is, who is your mentor and who is your disciple? We talked in the first video about the process of learning, where someone invests in us, someone helps us to acquire skills and abilities to be able to do things that we currently cannot do. But then also we turn around and invest in someone else. Who is investing in you, and in whom are you investing? If you can't answer those two questions, I would encourage you to stop, take some time, and find answers to those two questions. We at the San Antonio Baptist Association exist for the purpose of connecting, encouraging, and supporting churches for kingdom impact. If we can help you in any way, we would be glad to. Thank you for watching this video.